You can enable, oh, we're getting this
Sorry, I
off
forgot.
recorded. We forgot about recording it. You can enable closed captioning. Here are the instructions. Of course, everyone will be on mute except for the host. You can respond to our questions via the chat feature. It's right over here. And make sure you have a pen and paper because we will be featuring our medallion and author sponsors throughout the virtual party. So you want to make sure to take notes of their names, okay? Now, I'm going to introduce to you our amazing co-host, Mia Wengen. She's our co-founder and president. Dee Dee Cummings from Makeaway Media, our Super Platinum sponsor. Annika Farzani from Language Lizard, and our Platinum sponsor. And of course, most of you already know Liana, our social media manager. And of course, yours truly, France. Okay, so our first, we're gonna shout out to our sponsors. We're just gonna go through these quickly. If you wanna get a name and you missed it, just let us know in the chat. Okay. And a special thank you to our illustrators, Lisa Wee and Led Bradshaw. And Mia, take it.
Oh,
Take it
okay.
Yeah.
I try to figure out how to put everything so I can see it all. And so in years past, we've had a question every 5 minutes for the Twitter party, and that was a little frantic. So this year we're slowing it down a little bit. We have a little bit more time for the question, and we just ask you guys to type it in the chat box with just, Q1. And so we're going to go through 6 questions today. We'll have 2 prizes per question. So we have the same amount of prizes as last year. You'll see the prizes coming up. Francis will show that. But we just want to start at sort of like a little check-in. How has the past year been for you and your kids? What issues did you face? Were there any books that helped in particular? Yeah, please share. I know it wasn't a pandemic year, but it sort of was. And it also was sort of like a year where you're supposed to be back to normal, but it wasn't totally normal. So we'll be sharing some of the answers. The co-host and I will be reading some of the questions out loud.
And you will have 6 minutes as of now to respond, okay?
So I see somebody mentioning one that I remember using with my kids when they were little. Hands are not for hitting, teeth are not for biting, which come in handy, particularly I think when you have kids around more and they're trying to get re-socialized after COVID. So those were great options.
I see Jeanette was saying kids were not as motivated. And the book that helped was a book called Say Something.
And somebody else mentioned a gifted teacher here, Jenny, was saying that the pandemic was very difficult, but got everyone closer and they loved the book, It's Okay.
Jessica said a year of transition. She moved out of their house and was living in a rental while they wait to find her new place. That is definitely a big change. And, I think we do have book lists on all kinds of transitions, whether you're moving, whether you're moving away or your best friend moves away. Those are all like, difficult transitions, like if you lose your best friend. And I'm so glad that there's books that help. And I hope you have found some books that help for that.
Someone mentioned, a teacher mentioned they loved Llama, that's Immacula, loved Llama Red Pajama. I love that title.
Frederico has a new book coming out, Pedro and Danielle. It's his debut novel. I believe it's YA, and it's from Levine Querido. I think I said that right, which is one of the, that publishing company won the Newbery last year, but I know many, many authors where it's like their #1 wish list publisher that they would, like their dream publisher. So congratulations, Frederico. And we're all looking forward to reading your new book.
Absolutely. And it sounds like, I'm just seeing a lot of these comments. It looks like there was just a lot of people both combined with being happy to get back, as well as Lori talking about how students needed a lot of social, emotional support, help with regulating emotions. She suggested Big Feelings by Alexandra Penfold to help with that. And
Yeah, Alexandra Penfold had, they wrote another great book about All Are Welcome, like an inclusiveness rhyming picture book, kind of during a time where people felt a lot of racism. And so that's a great author illustrator combination. They always seem to hit the nail on the head of like the pulse of what people are feeling anxiety about. Maria Wen Adcock, I see her. She said like anxiety and stress, but mindfulness books out there helped. And I also want to mention we do have a like a classroom kit around this very topic. Mental health includes mindfulness and meditation and dealing with stress and depression. So that's free. I hope you guys all access that if you find like that will be helpful. You don't have to be a teacher. You can be a parent or a guardian or an adult.
Well, yeah, piggybacking on that, Martha Simpson was saying at her library, she actually had requests to make a healing library kit to help kids who are coping with anxiety. So that would be definitely something to check out, Martha, the kit that's available for free on the website to build in with the rest of what you're doing.
I love the idea of a healing library. And someone said Hattie hates hugs. And anything by Peter Reynolds, I can vouch for that. Peter Reynolds, I met him too because he has a bookstore in Dedham, which is like 20 minutes away from me. And he and his brother are like the nicest people on the planet. And like he has so many incredible books, either wrote and illustrated or just illustrated. But definitely thumbs up for anything he's ever written in his life or illustrated.
Those are great recommendations. Here's one somebody mentioned that I have not heard of this one, but it sounds really interesting. Chris Wyatt said, I teach older kids now, but we loved I Want to Be a Vase, which is inclusive and promotes conversations about being ourselves and also about gender topics. So I definitely one I want to check out. Thanks for that recommendation.
And did people see the prizes? So the first slide that Francis showed, that entire thing is a prize because we're doing 10 books per book bundle this year because it is our 10th year, and bundle 2. And I have to say thank you to all the sponsors and authors who donated books. These are incredible books. Thank you to Francis for putting together these packages. As you know, just like the Twitter party in years past, we will be selecting the winners in real time. You can DM like on the chat your address and we will get those book box back, like book bundle boxes out, very shortly so that you can get those books and use them, probably, within, a few days, if not a week. Nora Lester Murad is an author. She said, overwhelmed by logistics, busy schedule, overcommitments, many moving parts. They all read different books, but everyone is interested in decolonization. Yeah, she has older children. And that's the topic that like my kids are bringing up as well, my college age kids.
Okay, so now our 6 minutes are up. We'll have Mia talk about a little bit about the diversity book list and about gallery of our free posters while Liana picks the winners, okay?
This is like the part where, you're at like a school play or like a musical, and then like they need to change this, like the scene, and so, the curtain drops and then someone has to come out and sort of like entertain everyone for like a minute while they do their magic behind. So anyway, but I just want to share that, Multicultural Children's Book Day, we've been proud to create resources and just free resources for what we hear people need. And I think one of our like most popular resources is just sort of this giant list of lists. You can find it on our homepage. There's a tab that's all about resources. It's like if you hold the tab, the homepage down, you'll see all these resources. And this book list with some of them have activities, is basically book lists that are sliced and diced by all kinds of topics: world religion, ethnicity, genre, age group. And so it helps you find the book that you're looking for. These book lists I personally vetted. A lot of them are our co-hosts. I know they've read all the books and it's personal recommendations. We also have a list of the posters, which people have done over the years. And those posters are all free, downloadable, and printable.
Okay, wonderful, Mia. Thank you so much, Liana. And who are the winners?
Congratulations to Jenny. I hope I'm saying this right. Jenny Zerfi and Jolene Gutierrez.
Yay!
Yay!
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Again, just the winners, please put in the chat, I guess, right?
Yeah, they have to, Liana's gonna private message them. They'll
Oh, okay.
exchange addresses. Mhm.
Perfect.
Okay, question number 2, Annika.
Okay, what diversity topics do you wish were better represented in children's books? So again, write Q2 in the beginning of your answer, please.
And we're gonna go ahead and get the timer started now, because this hour is gonna go by quickly and we have a whole bunch of bundles and giveaways. So let's get started.
So somebody is saying environmental books. They wish those were better represented. Colorism and intersectionality, more biracial families, bisexuality. Oh, we're getting a lot of answers here.
Okay.
Okay. More disabilities, dysfunctional families. Again, I'm seeing more biracial families.
Yeah, it was on the last question, somebody commented that they mentioned an LGBTQ book at their school and the school was not happy about it.
Oh, wow.
So we still have a lot of work to do in helping people understand why everybody's story matters.
And partly the reason why we give away books and they arrive in your mailbox is that it's an easy way to get a book that's banned or challenged at your school, and no one needs to know about it. And we do that, to make books accessible, especially if they get pulled out of libraries.
And Mia, while they're answering the questions, these are the other 2 bundles. Bundle number 3 and bundle number 4, that 2 winners, lucky winners, will win today.
Oh, I love that Bethany said BIPOC characters with everyday or universal experiences. That is so important. My own son, when he was about 9 years old, said that he didn't like books with characters who looked like him because there was always a struggle in the book.
Oh, wow.
And he just wanted to read about a cool kid doing cool things.
Mhm.
I saw something about neurodiversity, and I know Savan Hong is on this call. She's got a fantastic picture book series on neurodiverse kids that are sort of like problem solution, perfect for, I would say, like elementary school in particular, but definitely gives great ideas to help families navigate, obstacles. She definitely sort of has used her own personal experience to kind of give everyone this inside knowledge, of, how, it's sort of give you a bunch of ideas that work. So that's the Super Fun Day book series.
I love Boys Can Wear Pink. I love that book.
Yeah, definitely seeing a lot about people looking for, mental health related topics, non-visible disabilities. Erin King Mullins is saying non-visible disabilities and medical conditions. There's just, I think you're right. There's a lot of gaps in what's available there or about it.
Yeah.
And I would want to mention, we do have a physical disabilities classroom kit. We did that a few years ago, and that has an extensive book list that includes, I think it also, it does include neurodiversity as well. So book list, activities, discussion guide, and free poster.
A lot of people are talking about books with mental health. And I don't do a very good job of promoting myself, but I'm going to say it here because it's important. I just want to make sure everybody knows that Makeaway Media specializes in books that gently introduce coping skills and how to talk about mental health for children. So everybody check out Makeaway Media, check out the blog. There's a lot of helpful information on there. I also liked in the last question that somebody was honest and said that they were feeling kind of lazy lately. I don't know if you all saw that, but sometimes, I don't know about you all, but when we join groups like this, sometimes there's this pressure because it seems like everybody's reading all these books and doing all these things. And then you kind of feel like, you know, a slug because you haven't had time to do that. And so I just want to thank that person for being honest and just know that we're all here. We all care about children and we care about the future. And that's why we're here talking about these books. So if you've been feeling lazy lately, you're not alone.
I also want to mention that Dee Dee Cummings is herself a therapist as well as an attorney who worked like, you know, most of her life advocating for kids in the foster care system and wrote books because she didn't see kids being represented. And so her books, when she says, you know, they address, you know, like issues, you know, like stress and all, it's like she really has expertise in this and her books speak to that.
Thank you. This is an interesting one. Books that normalize and positive professional support and help in families by community, private, or government organizations. That's an interesting niche. More books to explain inequality to preschoolers. I love that, Heidi. I don't know how many of you all have seen that meme out there that if my child is young enough, if my child is old enough to experience racism, then your child is old enough to learn about it. I think that's a great topic. Oh, thank you, Warren. Warren writes that they read my Kayla books. I really appreciate that. I hope you saw the mental health, normalizing mental health and talking about coping skills in that book. So thank you for mentioning that.
I did, yeah, I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Reading those, yeah.
So I saw Sally J. Plaw, and I want to say thank you to her. So we spearheaded last April like a neurodiversity celebration. All those resources are also on our homepage. So we have interviews with authors like Sally. We have what do we have? We have book lists that a book list that was made by a librarian who is also on the autism spectrum. So that's sort of this green book on the right. So we created these neurodiverse autistic resources, and they were all from, you know, sort of own voices, people who were neurodiverse, which we think is important. We also have the wonderful Instagram live series, which we started like a little over a year ago, that Leanna does generally every Wednesday at 3 o'clock. Those are recorded. We have a page on that same, that same tab is really long. And all the authors are in alphabetical order. And you can find short versions on our TikTok. You can find short and long on our Instagram. You can also find short and long on our YouTube channel. So please subscribe to all of the above, and you can catch those Instagram live interviews live or at your leisure. Sparkle Boy, yeah, that's a great one. I do love that one. Thank you, Heidi. Heidi also, I want to mention, has been a librarian that has been above and beyond helping us on Jewish book topics when we need help. And she is a real expert in that field. So thank you, Heidi, for all the support and resources you bring to our organization.
Liana?
Yes, congratulations to Kristen Albright and Bethany Baker Henderson.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Wonderful. So to all the participants here today, I just wanted to mention that we're going to cut the time to answer your questions to 4 minutes in order for us to finalize this party, because we have this mega bundle of 21 books, which is the final giveaway. And in order for us to wrap it up on time, because I know everyone's time is valuable, so we're just going to give you 4 minutes, although the slide deck says 6, okay? So we're going to go to the next one. Question number 3, Dee Dee.
Our classroom kit this year is about mental health support for stressful times. What books do you recommend on this topic? Well, we've kind of gotten a good start on this, but I don't think it's a bad thing to continue to talk about it because there's lots of research that shows that mental health concerns are on the rise for all of us across the board, but especially children. Somebody had commented earlier about us being back in school, but still having to deal with issues and adjustment concerns because as a country or as a world, we went through a pretty tough time. So I love that we're getting all of these books now. Come on, Calm. I have not heard of that. I'm gonna have to look that up. Mindfulness books like the one written by Carol P. Roman, The Rabbit Listened, B is for Breathe. I love that we're getting this list. And is this our giveaway bundle number 5?
Mhm.
Or
I
you're
see also
showing?
I Am Peace. I think that's
Yeah.
a Peter J. Reynolds illustration.
Yes, I love it.
Strong Roots Have No Fear, that one for parents.
The
Oh,
Quiet Book.
E is for
Don't
Breathe.
feed the worry bug. That sounds interesting.
When I Am Happiest. Come on, Calm. That got 2 shout outs.
Gibberish. I'm not familiar with that
Oh,
one.
Gibberish is good. Yeah, I read that one. Kind of a new immigrant trying to learn the language. And a lot of people have it on their short list for Caldecott.
Ah,
Oh, cool.
Huge Bag of Worries, The Way I Feel, A Blue Kind of Day. So many people mentioned they needed mental health books. So I hope people are jotting these down because these are great options. Someone recommended The Lion on Mars for grades 3 and up.
It's Okay Not to Be Okay. Like, love that title.
Mm-hmm.
Don't Feed the Worry Bug. Oh, The Dot. I love The Dot. I absolutely love that book.
Breathe Like a Bear. Shape of Thunder. Balloons for Papa.
I Am
Ruby
Love.
Finds a Worry. Sorry.
Ruby Finds a Worry. Yeah. The Boy with Big Feelings.
When Sophie Gets Angry, really, really angry. Personal favorite of mine for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, I read that one a lot with our kids when they were younger.
Little Monkey Calms Down.
Small or Tall, We Sparkle After All.
A Hawaiian one, which is great because a lot of times it's like Asian and Pacific Islander, but there's like no Pacific Islander books. So Hui Ho. I'm sure I'm butchering that, so I'm sorry. Pilar's Worries. Tom Percival books.
Yeah. What Do You Do with a Problem? Tanisha mentioned.
Yeah, that whole series of that is fantastic. I love all like that author's entire series. The Town with No Mirrors. Ooh, that one sounds good. And that's a new release coming soon.
And Kim mentioned Maybe Tomorrow. And all of the I Am books by Susan Verde and Peter Reynolds, which we mentioned.
Lucia the Luchadora. I love that one. And thank you for giving us some diverse with Latinx culture. Because it's great to have a topic and all kinds of representation. So thank you for throwing that one out for us.
A couple of people have mentioned I Am Peace, a book of mindfulness. Dee Dee, you mentioned My Trip to the Beach.
One by Catherine Otoshi. She has multiple books, like different numbers, and I heard they're fantastic. So thank you for that.
Okay, we have our time is up, so we're just gonna go to the next slide because we really want to get through this so you guys can win these bundle giveaways. Mia, you can talk about a little bit about the classroom kits while Liana selects the winners.
So we have made classroom kits starting, I think we started our first one in 2020, which was about kindness, but a homeschool kit is the one we'll highlight. Again, all the kits have book lists, activities. A lot of them have discussion guides, and they all have an illustrated poster. that is downloadable and printable and free. And we're in the process of also redesigning some of the classroom kits so they look even more, well designed. So anyway, please do utilize them. They're all free and we would love for you to use them.
Okay. Liana?
Yes, congratulations to Jennifer Gallardo and Kim Campbell.
Yay.
Yes.
So does the first winner get package 1 and the second winner get package 2? Is that
So,
Yes.
bundle, yeah, 2 bundles, each one gets a bundle.
So
Okay,
Jennifer will get, I think we'll get 5 and Kim will get 6 on that
Okay.
question.
question
Ah,
number,
Someone in the chat is asking, when you get a minute, if you'll show bundle 1 and bundle 2 again, because they want to write some of the titles down.
okay, so what I'm gonna do, quickly go to bundle 1, take a picture with your cell phone, okay?
or do a screenshot?
A screenshot, exactly. So, there you go, 3. Because time is of the essence.
Thank
and
you so much for keeping us on time,
Well,
Francis.
For
Yeah,
your
Francis
time.
is
and
doing a
you
great
want
job.
to stuff. Okay, take a screenshot or a picture, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and switch now. Perfect, okay. Let me get this chat box out. So
These are
we,
such great prizes. Francis selected each package, so thank you. They're
And
all
thank
sitting in
you.
piles in her house.
to the authors and publishers who sent those books.
As well, but you actually put together each prize bundle.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And to the
Okay.
winners, I know the chat, there's a lot happening in the chat, so please message me with your address.
Mhm.
I'm sending messages to each of you, but there's so much happening in the chat. I know that might get lost.
Okay, question number 4, Mia.
Okay, I have this issue. I can't see it very well. What are your favorite diverse children's and YA books from this past year? Let's give them a shout out. So it can be books, it can be authors or illustrators or translators. Just
Okay,
feel free to, recognize anyone.
4 minutes.
Okay, we're seeing a lot of input here. All are welcome. Maritza liked. Eugenia liked the Little Bun by Amanda Miss Panda.
That book is so cute. And her daughter in high school is the illustrator. She's so talented.
Oh, wow.
Long
Susan-
Walk to Water, always a fan favorite by Linda Sue Park.
Susan Kennedy liked Until Someone Listens. Lisa said,
Oh.
Color Me In.
Firekeeper's Daughter, which I think won the Newbery last year. Nowhere Boy. Comb of Wishes by Lisa Stringfellow. I was in a group with her. Yeah, that's fantastic. Mermaid book, middle grade, Black Mermaid. We don't have enough of those.
When the Angels Left the Old Country.
When
Frederica
Stars Were Scattered, a great graphic novel.
Let's see.
Kelly Yang books. Yes, she's coming out with her 4th, and she's actually doing like a book tour in my town.
Oh, wow. Few people like
Escape from Syria, a graphic novel. 2 Bicycles in Beijing by Teresa Robeson. She's a great author.
The Proudest Blue. That's what yours says.
Yes, it's the woman who's the fencing champion. She wrote that. Yeah. One Love Bob Marley. There's this like kind of new trend where they take lyrics from songs and they just do a picture book, and that's part like I don't think it's all the same publisher, but there's been some Bob Marley, and sometimes they illustrate the book where it's a completely different story than what you imagine the lyrics to be, and I always think that's so genius.
Very
Humble,
creative.
Midnight Children, Falling Short, Because Claudette, Love Grows Everywhere. Those are great suggestions. The Lemon Tree, young adult. I Am Golden. That's Instagram, like she's the Instagram fashion person, but she's been writing a lot of children's books, kind of around the Asian space because she's Asian American. I thought that was a great book too. Wonder by R.J. Palacio, a fan favorite.
They Called Me a Lioness by Ahed Tamimi.
The Daring Escape of Ona Judge. Like, yeah, that's a great one. I loved Invisible by Cristina Diaz Gonzalez. It's a graphic novel. I've seen the cover. It looks amazing.
Nora mentioned Gold Mountain by Betty G. Yee. And
Oh, yeah, I think that's a classic. It's Chinese New Year, Curious George by Maria Wen
Mhm.
Atlock, a new release, part of the Curious George franchise, and a great rhyming picture book to celebrate Chinese New Year, which we still have like at least 12 more days, I think, to celebrate. Invisible is never left on the shelf. Love in the Library. Yes, I love that one. It's about Japanese internment, how her parents met and fell in love.
Oh, that sounds so interesting. This is another one I want to read, Two Bicycles in Beijing by Teresa Robeson.
Yeah, that one is great. It's like a happy story of just like
All righty.
da,
Am I
da,
next?
da.
Keeping us on
Oh.
task, Francis. Thank you.
Yes, because we need to get this party going, okay? So, we have wanted to mention real quickly, so I could give me a little break. We have free diverse books for reviewers. That is the whole essence of Multicultural Children's Book Day. And we also have a program for classrooms. So please check our website, okay? And of course, thank you to our sponsors. We have a lot of author sponsors this year, which is amazing. And Liana.
Yes, congratulations to, I apologize for the pronunciation, Gabby Slonk or Slonky and Vivian Coley. I'll put that in the chat because I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong.
Wonderful. Okay. So we
And
have,
be sure to message me with your addresses. Thank you to everybody who has sent me their addresses so far.
wonderful. Question number 5, Annika.
Well, this one's near and dear to my heart, so I'll be taking notes as a bilingual book publisher. So publishers like Language Lizard, my company, Hoopy Books, and Tim Tim Tom all offer books in as many as 60+ languages. What languages do you feel still are not represented well in children's literature?
Okay, timer's on.
Okay, so we are seeing Haitian Creole,
Oh, wow.
Arabic, Hindi, Tamil, Mandarin, Arabic Mandarin, Haitian Creole. Tamil,
What is Quechua? Is that like a
That's
like-
one of the, I think that's one of the Guatemalan indigenous.
No, it's in South America.
How do you
in
say
like
that?
Peru. It's in the Andes. Quechua
Oh,
Quechua?
yeah, yeah.
in
Awesome.
the Andes. Mhm.
Tamil. Amharic.
Korean.
While
Yeah.
everyone's answering, I also want to just mention and throw it out there that a lot of our reviewers ask for books in different languages. And unfortunately, we don't have book donations in different languages. Most of them were in English and a few in Spanish. So publishers, authors, if you're out there and you're listening, take notes because reviewers do want to read diverse book in other languages.
But also, if you're seeking these books, Language Lizard, Hope Poe Books, and Tim Tom Books, they provide, dozens, if not, like I know Language Lizard has more than 60 languages. Request them at your library. Buy them if you're able to. A lot of times you can buy them as an ebook and it's not as expensive, or maybe get a group together to buy the books and share them. But they do exist, and they
and I
are
will say,
affordable.
the librarians are great because they're really there to serve the community. And so we have a lot of orders for bilingual materials from librarians all around the country. And, they're always very receptive to, what the community is looking for.
And I see Brandon visits Beijing, which is bilingual. I see that in Mandarin. And I know Amanda's Little Bun, her books are also bilingual in Mandarin. And she does simplified and the less simplified writing style, the characters. Sorry, I'm not that good at Mandarin.
Yes, Sonia clarified that, yes, it was Quechua was the indigenous languages of Peru and Bolivia. I know there's a lot of requests out there also for some of the different Guatemalan indigenous languages. And a lot of people are asking for Ukrainian, which I will say we have seen a great increase in demand, and have also been greatly increasing the supply of Ukrainian books because of all the refugees coming, speaking actually both Ukrainian as well as Russian as well.
And do you have books in the Hawaiian native language, Monica?
That we do not yet. So we're have been increasing with a bunch of new languages, like we did add Amharic this year, and we added Kinyarwanda,
Do you have
and
Tagalog or Vietnamese?
Tagalog. We have Vietnamese. Yeah, a lot of different Asian languages.
I'm telling you, Language Lizard has more than 60 languages. So I feel like if they don't have it, you should just write to them, because Annika's right here, and say there's a need. And I bet next year, I bet it will exist.
Well, and that is how we decide. I mean, we really do listen to the feedback, and that's certain languages that we had very little of at one point now have really increased. So when we start getting the same requests over and over, we do, we do look at that in terms of deciding what we want to do next.
Shout out to Frances. She's also an author, and her Coco book is in Spanish as well as English, and it's fantastic.
Thank you, Amanda. Okay, so time is up. Quickly, I want to remind everyone we have the big giant linky, and if you go to Multicultural Children's Book Day on the website, you're going to see a tutorial right below the linky, okay?
It's
And
also on more than like 20 of our co-hosts' blogs too.
yes, Liana.
Yes, congratulations to Sonia Adams and Carol Geary, or Gary.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Okay, question number 6, Dee Dee.
All right. What should be the topic for our next classroom kit? So earlier we were talking about the mental health kit that MCBD has. Oh, that's already popping up with so many. Inclusivity. Mia, can you give us some other examples of kits that we've had in the past?
So we started off with kindness. Our second one was empathy, which really covered immigration and the refugee experience. We had activists and activism, structural racism,
Poverty?
disability.
Was there poverty?
We did have poverty. We were actually trying to find multi-generational poverty, but there were no books. There were
Oh,
no books
wow.
on multi-generation poverty.
Interesting.
Mental health was our most recent one. Structural racism was the one before that.
So we're getting some really interesting body
Yeah,
size
some of these-
diversity.
Yes,
We
they're
did-
suggesting environmental awareness, which is really
yeah.
interesting.
Neurodiversity.
Yeah.
It's sort of, it was a little bit included in disability. Microaggressions, that's a good one. I'm
That's a
taking
great,
notes, people. I'm taking notes.
that's a
Yeah.
great one. Microaggression.
Bullying was sort of what we addressed for kindness.
Yeah.
Wartime,
Body-
that's a good one. And sadly, it seems to be topical.
I'm going to jump in right quick because someone did say environmental awareness, which is a really great topic.
Someone also just mentioned mindfulness, and I just want to point out again that in the last kit, the mental health kit, there was a talk specifically about mindfulness. So please make sure to check that out.
Yep. Then there's eating healthy, food access, issues around food. Those are interesting ideas. Yeah, a few people mentioned environmental justice. I'm seeing Sonia mentioned it as well. Climate change. I mean, it's all over now, right? And then there's social justice as well.
Substance abuse, that's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Multi-ethnic too. I like that, you know, because we are seeing more and more sort of mixed race books, but like it'd be nice to sort of put them all in one. 'Cause I know that's always popular. People are trying to find mixed race books.
Mindfulness, conflict resolution are coming up. Let's see.
All right, you guys are giving us a lot of ideas.
Mhm.
Self-confidence, I do love that one because I feel like if a kid has self-confidence, it like makes a lot of issues like not happen. You know,
A growth mindset, someone mentioned. That's something that's been talked about a lot more. That would be interesting. Building bridges.
these are such great ideas. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Creating healthy habits. I mean, that's a lot you can talk about around that. A lot of books you could look at.
Homelessness or houselessness, that is included in our poverty kit. Minimalism, I do like that. It's very you know, Marie Kondo. I personally am challenging myself to be more minimalist, so that speaks to me.
Yeah.
I hear a lot about climate, loneliness. That's a good one, especially I feel like part of the pandemic challenge, restorative justice. That's a
Okay,
good one.
wonderful.
Oh,
Thank you so
violence
much,
trauma. Yes.
everyone. Our time is up. Oh, wait. Let me give Leanna a few minutes. Leanna, you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Wonderful. Okay, let's go.
Congratulations to Warren Wright and Donetta.
Congratulations.
Yay. Donetta, I just see that Cusick, she suggested self-advocacy. That's a good one. I think that's such an important life skill,
Mhm.
especially
Yeah.
when kids go off to college, but just in general to teach them their whole lives. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Our heads are spinning, so I'm not quite sure what we're going to come up with next year, so stay tuned.
Okay, everyone. Before we go to the mega bundle giveaway, which is 21 books for one lucky winner, I need you guys to pull out your cell phone and scan this QR code. While you are doing that, I'm going to look for the link to share with you. So just bear with me for a few seconds. Okay,
Oh, this is awesome. It totally worked for me.
it
Francis.
worked. Okay.
Yes, it's a survey and that helps us
Mhm.
to know, because this is a new format for us. Thank you so much for everyone. If you can fill out this survey, we so appreciate you.
Oh.
Somebody commented that they're on their phone. Will you share the link?
Yeah, I
All you
will.
have
I'm
to
looking for
do-
it right now.
All you have to do is point your, turn your camera on your phone. Oh, she's on her phone. Okay.
Yeah,
never
I'm
mind.
gonna go ahead and get that. Just bear with me for a minute.
The
I'm
link
gonna-
will be in the chat box. Just
Yeah,
any
just bear with
second.
me for a minute. I'm looking for it. Because I totally forgot to copy it before.
No,
the-
that's fine. Francis, you're like amazing. You like thought of everything.
Hold on. Bear with me. That's why. Hold on.
I wonder if I can grab it.
Okay. Just a minute, because I did have the link. Just click on it and it'll open up. Oh, thank you, Marie Claude, for that. Yeah, you can. Oh, wait, she said to screenshot it and look at the picture album, and you should be able to get the QR there. Okay.
Oh
then.
yeah, just take a screenshot if you
Mhm.
can. Like screenshot your phone. If you can't, take a photo.
Oh,
Also, we'll put it on our homepage too, right, Francis?
we'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I have it
On
right
our
here.
homepage.
Okay.
And thank you for everyone who helped us create this survey, because we thought of it at the last second in the craziness of the lead up to today's event. We're like, we should have a survey because this is a new format. What do people like about it? What do people hate about it? And
Okay,
Francis created this thing just like
the link is in the chats. Mhm.
so competently and so quickly.
You're welcome. Okay.
There we go. Everyone sees it from Francis Evans to everyone. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Jennifer, for filling it out. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. And we're gonna go ahead and announce our mega 21 book giveaway. So,
Yay!
Liana, if you're ready.
I am ready.
Okay.
Congratulations to Betty Porter Walls.
Yes.
Right,
Yay. And the
Congratulations.
giveaway, yeah, it's like both screens. You get both.
I'm gonna go ahead and leave it right here. This is her mega giveaway. So it's all these books.
Ah,
This is a
Pen
great
here.
package.
and
fantastic.
pen over here.
Amazing.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations to all of the winners.
And also thank you for everyone for your support of Multicultural Children's Book Day, whether you were your first time this year or you've been here from the very beginning. Thank you for coming to our new format. I know, people got confused with the time. I'm not that good at Zoom, so sorry if I sent confusing messages, but we so appreciate your support. Reading the books, reviewing the books, talking about the books, asking for the books at your libraries. It's your it's all of our ability together to change what books get produced. So if we read these books, if we ask for these books, if we can buy these books, if we request them at the library, we show that there's demand for it. And that is what will change our what books will become available. So thank you all for just caring about this issue and for showing up and supporting our organization in all the ways that you do. We have been doing this. Actually, it's actually been 11 years because we actually counted wrong. But we're going to say it's 10 year because, COVID year also was not a real year. But thank you. It's been a journey, and we're here because of you guys.
Many, many, many people saying that this was a wonderful experience and thanking you, Mia, Francis, Leanna. You all are awesome.
Thanks to
And Dee
everybody.
Dee and
And
Monica, because you guys made this possible. Dee Dee is the sponsor that sponsors the party. So thank you to her. This party would not exist without her support.
And thank you to everybody for all of these recommendations. This is just like gold, getting all of these book recommendations and ideas from you. I did just want to mention to everybody that if you want a prize, I think I got the addresses from everyone except for Vivian Coley, and also to the mega winner, from the mega winner, Betty Porter Walls. Everyone else, I got your emails. I got your addresses. If there's any question, we'll follow up with you on email, but I did get them, just about everybody's address.
We do have a few more minutes, so those two winners who haven't DM'd Liana yet, you still have time, because I'm sure it's just like if we can get it all now, it's just that much quicker.
Mhm.
So
Is it Vivian Coley and Betty Porter Walls? If you can just message Leanna with your
Okay.
address. Or if you don't feel comfortable sending it in the chat, you can do it through our website with the admin email address.
Liana, what are the names you said that haven't responded to you?
Vivian Coley, Vivan, who I think is not actually here.
So
I just
she-
looked and they're not
They're not
coming up
in
in
the
the chat
chat.
anymore, so they might have already left, but the other is Betty Porter Walls, the mega winner, who is still here. Or at
Okay.
least him.
thank you
Okay.
everyone for
Awesome.
filling out the survey too, to give us
Mhm.
the feedback. Thank you. Thank you. We are definitely going to study that in our next meeting and figure out how we can improve things, because
Mhm.
that's what we're all about. Trying to just make everything, improve it slightly every year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing the feedback, which format people liked better.
And just in general, what you guys want to discuss, what resources you need, how we can help and support.
Francis, could you show the prize bundles again? I know they are on, they're on the website, but I had a few people who, after they won, they couldn't remember what books they had won.
Oh, if you go to Pragmatic Mom and you go to the virtual party, I have them all with, yeah, I have all the images on
perfect.
my blog posts.
Excuse me.
So
Now-
pragmaticmom.com, and you just type in Read Your World virtual party, and you
Mhm.
will see each bundle associated with a question.
Maybe I'll, maybe I'll just type in the
Okay,
chat who
well-
won which.
Yeah, because we have 12 12 bundles and 1 mega bundle, so that's 13 images.
Yes.
The
And I-
world-
Francis gave me all those images and I put them in my post just so people could see. So even if you didn't win, but you just wanted to see the book choices, you can find them on my blog post. Thank you again to all the donors of the books, our wonderful sponsors, author sponsors, publisher sponsors. We couldn't do this without you. It's all the sponsors that fund us for the entire year.
Oh, sorry, Jenny Zerfy, not Murphy. Just said, I'm trying to type too fast.
Okay. So hold on, I think I have Mia's link here with all the bundles. I'm just gonna go ahead and type the link in the chat box and they can take a look there. Their prize giveaways. Okay, hold on. Okay. Alicia, she's asking about Twitter raffles. We're not doing Twitter. That's why we're in Zoom and the bundle giveaways are actually on this virtual party. So no
Yeah.
Twitter.
We switched it to this new
Mhm.
format on Zoom, but it's basically the same party. It's just a little bit less frenetic, but the same number of prizes, same kind of discussion. So I hope that was I hope people enjoyed it.
Okay, so the winners, they click on the link in the chat box. That's where you will see the bundle prizes, except for the last mega bundle. I'm not sure if it's there now because I worked on that like kind of last minute.
Yeah, I don't think I have the mega bundle, but that's okay, right? I can add that. If Francis, if you give me the image, I'll add it to my blog post tomorrow.
Okay, well, thank you, everyone. We still have like 39 people hanging out. Thank you for your time. I know our time is precious and we want to be respectful of your time as well, because I know for lots of you who are in the East Coast like me, it's almost 10 p.m. And normally I'm out by 9.